Next, equipment required for mobile journalism. Mobile journalism does not solely depend on a mobile phone. A set of mobile accessories are additionally required to carry out the entire process. The following are few tools that facilitate Mozo, because technology is every day is inventing a new tool. So, one is smartphone. A smartphone is obviously a must, and a smartphone's camera lies at the heart of Mozo. Your smartphone's camera should have a decent megapixel, maybe 10 to 15 for starters, with a good sensors that can capture sufficient light. Apart from a good camera, your smartphone should also contain a fast processor that will enable you to shoot and edit in your phone with ease. And your smartphone should also have sufficient space for data storage, as video files usually take up considerably a large amount of space. The next one is tripod. Stability in your videos are utmost important in video production, and therefore, having a tripod is also a must. A tripod is basically a three-legged stand to mount your smartphones on. Tripod enables that there is no jerk or shake while you shoot. The next is gimbal, a new innovation. While a tripod enables stability, a gimbal also makes it stationary and like a tripod in a hard surface. However, a gimbal, which is similar to a tripod in design, provides you with movement, as you can carry it in your hand. That means, it does a job of a tripod as well as you can move along with you, and you can carry it in your hand while shooting and do not necessarily need to place it on a surface. Gimbals are great for recording moving sequences with minimal jerks. Advanced gimbal versions ensure that you can pan and tilt your phone while shooting, thereby providing a wide variety of newer ways of shooting. The other one is microphones. Sound is very important. No matter how advanced your smartphone is, you will always need a microphone to help you record good quality of sound, especially if you require to shoot a lot of interviews with minimal background noise. In Mozo, journalists usually prefer to use two types of microphones: lapel microphones or boom microphones. Lapel microphones, this is a small microphones that is usually unidirectional in nature. It is attached to a long strand of wire that is connected to the earphones and jack in the smartphones. Lapel mics are usually used in interview scenario. Since they are unidirectional, they only catch sound from one direction, and when pinned to the shirt collar of your interviewee, they make sure that only the voice of the interviewee is recorded and background noise is cancelled. Boom microphones. This is basically a microphone attached to a long extendable rod that can be connected to your phone's earphone jack with the help of a wire. Boom microphones are used when you need to record audio from a particular source without showing the microphone in the frame. When compared to lapel mics, boom mics provide stability, as the rod to which they are attached to is mobile, but the drawback in a boom microphone is that you will need a designated sound recorder or editor with you, which will help you in shooting. Apart from the above mentioned tools, experienced journalists also tend to carry a few other accessories like battery packs, small LED lights, different types of attachable lenses, and there are so many other innovative ways of using the technologies along with the mobile journalism shooting. These tools are only needed if you want a particular advanced quality of video, which are not required for a basic Mozo practice. Various issues associated with the mobile journalism. Let us discuss that. While Mozo enhances quick and mobile form of journalism, it also has a few backdrops like lack of credibility. Today almost everyone has a mobile phone, and so almost everyone can choose to be a reporter. While this is good to encourage citizen journalism, it has its advantages, as Tom, Dick and Harry or anybody can claim to be journalist and upload news on social media. Once any form of information is uploaded on YouTube, Twitter or even on WhatsApp, it is very hard to establish its authenticity. And since most of the people cannot tell the difference between what is authentic, what is not, it leads to the spread of a lot of fake news. Now, the authenticity is overlooked due to quickness also in today's age of competitive journalism, where media organizations are more bothered about breaking the news first rather than ensuring authenticity of facts. We find that a lot of times Mojo journalists do not carry out a thorough background checks of facts and just report the incidents as and when they happen. The other one is compromise on the quality. While most smartphones today have quite a good cameras, they do not always deliver in terms of standard studio news quality. This has led to a visible fall in the quality of news production and therefore a fall in the quality of journalism as a whole. Then let us discuss the important issue, the impact of Mojo. Impact of Mojo is resulting in laying off the staff in news organization. Just in 2015, while comparing the journalistic practices between mobile journalists and journalists working in a traditional setup of television news, found that reduction of news budget, equipment and crew due to mobile journalism. So, stress levels of the mobile journalist will also be more to meet the deadlines with small teams. Time constraint is one factor to complete the whole process of news video packaging. Journalist has to be multi-skilled to work on the new editing platforms. And if you see, it is important to incorporate training on mobile journalists for the students of journalism by the media schools. The bigger media organizations also adapted to Mojo. The curriculum has to focus on the potential of mobile mediums and other emerging platforms for the media students. The future of mobile journalism, if we discuss, despite the above mentioned cons of Mojo, many believe that the future of journalism is in the fact completely on the mobile. This is because the recent years numerous important events have been captured only due to the use of mobile phones. Examples including the 9/11 attack of the Twin Towers, the Mumbai terror attacks of 2004, tsunami and the public protests in Myanmar in 2007 and Iran post the national elections in 2009. This kind of round the clock access coupled with the day to day advancement in mobile technology are reasons enough to believe that mobile journalism has a very bright future. Zettelweg in 2015 argues writing for mobile platforms has become a new skill in journalistic writing. Locative journalism will be more effective with the advent of mobile platforms. Global positioning system, in short GPS, and network based location based media as an important user based local news like Google News near you. Mobile has potential to play a vital role in the advancement of locative media or locative journalism. Convergence of journalistic practices followed in traditional newsrooms as well as mobile journalism could offer better narratives in news stories. The quality of the content in terms of truthfulness as well as technical will definitely add value to the production of news and distribution across the media platforms. This is all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the lectures and see you again. Till then, thank you and namaskar.